circuits fried. Dark clouds above the robot world, thundering screams, metal claws rip and tear through mechanical dreams. Guardians rise from shadows, light the way. Steel warriors in the fray, face the prey. Chaos in the lightning, air bolts of destruction. Wires napalm burnt ends, sparks in eruption. No turning back, only one victor remains. Kreep or run of blood and oil stains. Reconstruct, rebuild on ashes and debris. Robotic sinew tensile, my destiny decree. Broken parts, recycled, hope restored. Kreep and run off, bringing war can be ignored. Metal titans collide in the storm of sparks. Crimson against cobalt, tearing robotic hearts. Electric fury, blazing so high. Fight for control till circuits fry. Circuits fry. Beneath the Zoidstar sky, slender Zoids crawl by. Steel legs launch in line. attack. Metal claws won't slack. Zoids cries echo loud, and the chaos would proud.